The banks want you to save your money in a traditional savings account. They dangle the word safety in front of you while they use your hard-earned cash to generate massive wealth through high-yield investments. Meanwhile, they pay you a fraction of a percent in interest. They are getting rich while you get left behind, watching your purchasing power evaporate as inflation quietly eats away at your balance. It is the ultimate financial deception, a trap designed to keep you stationary. It is time to stop saving like it is 1990 because the rules of the game have fundamentally changed. You are being played, and it is time to wake up. You might think that putting away a few $100s a month makes you responsible. But let's look at the receipts. If you have $10,000 sitting in a standard savings account earning 0.01% interest, while inflation sits at 3%, you aren't saving money. You are losing roughly $300 in purchasing power every single year. You are essentially paying the bank a fee to hold onto your cash while it dies a slow death. This isn't speculation, it is the mathematics of devaluation. When you look at your bank statement, you shouldn't just look at the balance, you should look at the opportunity cost. Every dollar sitting idle is a soldier you have left behind in the barracks, while the war for financial independence is being fought in the markets. Why do banks push savings accounts so hard? Because they profit from your fear. They know that if you keep your money in a liquid, low-interest account, they have access to cheap capital. They take your $10,000, lend it out to someone else for a mortgage at 6%, or invest it in corporate bonds at 5%, and they pay you almost nothing for the privilege. You are essentially acting as a free lender for the bank. When you leave money stagnant, you aren't just losing against inflation. You are actively fueling the profits of institutions that do not care about your financial freedom. You are paying a hidden tax of inaction, and it is costing you your future. This is where the paradigm shift happens. The wealthiest people in the world don't save money in the traditional sense, they allocate capital. There is a massive, life-changing difference between the two. Saving is a defensive, static act. Allocation is an offensive, strategic act. When you allocate, you are moving your money from a place where it is stagnant to a place where it is productive. You are looking for assets, dividend-paying equities, index funds, business ventures, or even high-yield debt instruments that provide a return on investment that actually beats the cost of living. If your money isn't working harder than you do, you will be forced to work for money until the day you retire. Most of us were raised with the save for a rainy day mantra. That advice was meant for a different era, a time when a simple savings account actually provided meaningful interest. Today, that advice is outdated and dangerous. To build wealth, you have to break through the mental barrier that says cash is safe. Cash is only safe if you intend to spend it tomorrow. If your goal is to grow, cash is actually the riskiest asset you can hold long-term. You have to reprogram your brain to view cash as a tool to be deployed, not a trophy to be kept in a vault. Ask yourself, is my money growing or is it just sitting there? If it's just sitting, you are losing. So how do you actually build this shield? It starts with the allocation waterfall. First, you secure an emergency fund 3 to 6 months of expenses, but keep it in a high-yield savings account or money market fund, not a traditional checking account. Second, you automate your investments into broad market index funds. This is the boring financial shield. It isn't flashy, it isn't get rich quick, but it is the most consistent path to compounding wealth. You are buying a slice of the global economy, and you are letting the power of compound interest do the heavy lifting for you while you sleep. The market doesn't care about your feelings, it cares about your consistency. Remember, the biggest threat to your allocation isn't just the banks. It is the vortex of debt created by corporate subscriptions. These companies want you to have a set-it-and-forget-it mindset. That $15 here, $25 there, and $50 for that premium membership adds up to thousands of dollars in annual leakage. If you redirected those funds from subscriptions into your investment portfolio, that money would have the potential to grow into 6 figures over a decade. You are literally funding other people's dreams with your laziness. Audit your accounts right now. Cut the fat. Move that capital into your growth engine. The transition from being a saver to an investor is the most important leap you will ever take. It is uncomfortable, it requires discipline, and it forces you to face the truth about how the financial system is rigged against the passive participant. But the payoff is absolute freedom. You stop being a victim of inflation and start being a master of your own economic destiny. If you are ready to stop playing by the bank's rules and start building real net worth, join us here at Elan Wealth. Subscribe and turn on notifications because in our next video, we are breaking down the exact portfolio allocation strategy for someone starting with just $500. Don't let another day go by losing money in a safe account. It is time to take control of your future, start allocating your capital, and build the wealth you actually deserve. This journey starts today. See you in the next one.